Hello. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload new videos. Fast, light, cheap and adjustable, with a heady 2.0-litre naturally aspirated engine and twangy cup chassis, past versions positively clamoured to be driven hard and devoured track duties just as readily as they spiced up a commute. To anyone lucky enough to have spent a decade and a half behind its oversized steering wheel, the Renaultsport Clio was a formula of devilish perfection. But apparently not one immune to change. With an all-new Clio comes a seismic change to Renaultsport's established approach. Like the standard model, the 200 rupees must now be bought with 5 doors. Its engine has been downsized and turbocharged. And the gearbox has been automated. Although a more track-focused 220 rupees trophy has recently been added. These changes are intended to make the former tearaway a more appealing prospect to a broader cross-section of buyers. The Clio 200 rupees EDC has a 197 bhp 1.6-litre turbo petrol engine that drives the front wheels through the 6-speed, efficient dual-clutch gearbox that lends this model its initialized suffix. Alternatively, if you want a bit more overall power, there is 217 bhp 220 rupees trophy available too. The powertrain difference from the previous Clio couldn't be more marked. Offered with a 6-speed manual only, its 2.0-litre naturally aspirated engine wanted revs to give results, and it produced its 197 bhp power peak at 7,250 revolutions per minute. This time around, peak power arrives by 6,000 revolutions per minute and, significantly, peak torque of 177 pounds-ft starts at 1,750 revolutions per minute. The chassis, a steel monocoque, is more familiar. It's a 5-door only, 4,062 mm long, conventional super mini shell. There are McPherson struts at the front and a rear torsion beam. It's available in 2 settings, standard chassis and the Cup variant. Our test car was the Cup, which has 3 mm lower suspension, 15% stiffer springs and a quicker steering rack. Both models have what Renault calls an RS diff, an electronic differential, although its technical BUMF reveals that it works on the brakes rather than through the diff. It monitors differences between front wheel speeds, and differences between rear wheel speeds, and applies light braking to a spinning front wheel accordingly, without affecting power delivery, thus acting on the differential, which will apportion more power to the outside. It works independently of the traction and stability control systems, which can be reduced in their intrusion or switched off entirely. Renault's decision to replace the old 2.0-litre Tempest with a smaller, turbocharged engine would have been sufficient to noticeably alter the model's temperament on its own, but coming as it does with the dual-clutch auto box, the new driveline imposes a radically different character on the car. Driven in default automatic mode, the car is predictably and willfully amenable to measured inputs, humming along with the civilized anonymity of any other modern automatic hatchback. This is obviously as intended. Away from the hard data, the Clio does still have its moments, and it's ingratiating at least to find them very close to the 6,500 revolutions per minute redline. But even here, the gearbox is a split-second hurdle rather than a spine-tingling addition.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to Auto TV.